The following episode of Dad vs. Daughter was made possible by a contribution from Asmodee. Hello and welcome to another episode of Dad vs. Daughter. I'm Tim the Dad.
I'm Megan the Daughter.
And today we are playing Starfighter by Ystari Games and Asmodee. This is a space combat game for 2 players only. Now, the object of the game is you want to destroy your opponent's capital ship. And you'll see that we have 2 boards set up, 2 player boards. And here's a close-up kind of, of what that looks like. This represents your capital ship that you're playing as. You have your ship's name up here, which is Athena. You have the damage track here that goes from 20 to basically 0 and negative. You have the draw icons on your board, which is going to tell you how many cards you can draw, and you're going to be covering some of these up, so in other turns you may not be drawing as many. And you'll also notice we have symbols on here. These represent the levels of cards that we can have. For instance, this is all down here is level 0. Actually, level 0 can be played anywhere on the board. We have level 1, level 2, and level 3. Now when we look at the cards, we can see what levels they have. So like this one is a level 2 card because it has the level 2 symbol. This is a level 3 card because it has the level 3 symbol. Now these cards are also double-sided. So when you flip it over and play with this side, this is the level 0 card. And that can be played anywhere on your board. So you're going to use these a lot because when you build on your board, you have to build from bottom to top. And if you don't have the base below it, then you can't go up. So for instance, as you see, I'm building here, and say I've got this level 2 card here, and I do not have a level 1. I do have level 0s, so I can play that there, but then I can play there, and that matches up. Now, the way the game's mechanics work is whenever you play a card to your board, you take the action. So like in this case, this symbol here shows that you can move a card on your board or the opponent's board to any open spot that you want. There are a number of different ones. Megan, you want to talk about the different icons?
Yes. Okay, so here on the back of the rulebook, we have a handy dandy cheat sheet. So as you can see, we already covered the draw symbol that is on the board. You just went over the lateral vertical movements and the free movements, which allows you to, let's get that in frame better. There we go. It allows you to move the cards into different sectors or your opponents. We have pivoting that modifies the orientation of a card.
That basically means you're going to take a card like this and you're going to turn it like that.
And then we have destruction. That player destroys a card of their choice on their board or their opponent's. Damage to enemy cruiser or damage to own cruiser.
And these are mandatory. So whenever these become shown on the board, then you have to follow what they are. Now, when I say that they're shown, so like when I first play a card down, say if I play this card here, then I take the action of moving either one of my cards or my opponent's cards a space to the right or left. Now let's just let's play around with this a little bit. So as you see, I have this icon there, and I'm going to cover it by playing a card over it. If this card gets destroyed, either through the destruction action or because the 2 fighters get destroyed, then that goes away and it reveals this icon. So then we're going to immediately do what that action is.
Okay, so when it comes to fighting your opponent, you have you can move the board if you have the little token here.
The initiative token.
Yes, the initiative. So if I had the initiative and I had my cards like this and that and that, and I say I want to move my ship that way, I can do that. So our cards will line up. So how you fight a card is I only have 1 ship and you have 1 ship. So how we take the damage is we use these little wooden tokens. So you will get 1 and I'll get 1, basically representing that that ship has been hit.
Yep.
And then you remove the card.
Now, any of the fighters that show up afterwards, they would only absorb more hits if one player has more, they're dealing more damage than the other player. Otherwise, it's not like you keep going back and forth during that turn. Okay, so the way the turns are going to work is the first thing you're going to do is called reinforcements. So what you're going to do is you're going to look at the number of draw icons that you have visible on your board. In this case, I would have 4. At the start of the game, I would have 5. And I'm going to have a hand of 5 cards to start then. So during my reinforcement phase, I'm going to play cards from my hand to the board. Now, like I said, you have to be able to match the icons or have a level 0 card in order to play there. When you're done playing all the cards that you want to play, then you pass. If you are the first player to pass, you get to take the initiative token. And that is going to mean that you are first player on the next turn, but more importantly, it's going to mean that you're going to be able to shift your board either right or left. You also get to determine which direction that combat takes place, either from the left to the right or right to the left. When you resolve combat, you're going to go column by column. So if, in this case, Megan's got fighters there, and say that I had fighters here like that, and say Megan had initiative, and she says that we're going to go from left to right, then we look at this column. Neither one of us have ships there, so nothing happens. We go to this column. I have 2 fighters. Megan has 0. So that means that I'm going to inflict 2 damage on Megan because basically my fighters got through to her capital ship. We move on to the next column. Megan has 2 fighters and I don't have any, so 2 damage is going to come my way. And then we don't have any fighters on the other ones, so nothing happens there. So then after combat is resolved, then the initiative marker goes to the other player and you draw your cards again. Okay, so we randomly determined who would go first, and Megan said she was going to go. So how do you like that for random?
Yep.
So first thing we do is we do our reinforcement phase.
Yep.
So Megan draws 5, I will draw 5, and Megan will get to place first.
Yay.
And I do want to point out we are playing in the training mode, not the
Yes.
skirmish mode, and we'll talk about the differences after the playthrough.
I'm going to play this right there.
Okay. Let's just go ahead and we'll play that there as well.
Okay. Going to play that here. So pivoting, I will change that position there, and the vertical changes the moves to the highest sector, so that's just going to go like that.
Yeah, it didn't really help, but that's okay.
Just kind of,
I'll place that there.
going with it. I'm going to place that there, and that is a damage to you.
I really don't like that.
Too bad.
All right, I'll place that there, and this is a destroy, so I will destroy that card.
I don't like that. I'm going to play that there.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and place that. I get to draw a card, and I'll put it next to my board, and I'll be able to draw that up to my hand during the next reinforcement phase. I can move a card up or down on one of ours. So let's see. What's the best way to do that? Let's move this middle card up.
Okay.
So
That's pretty
like
good.
that.
That's pretty smart. I'm gonna play that there. Out of cards.
All right, well, I think I'll go ahead and I'll match that. And
Okay.
I'll put that there. So
I pass.
you're passed because you're out of cards. I pass. So once we both pass, then we go on to the combat phase. So now, Megan, since you have initiative, you get to determine which direction you want to move the board, if you want to.
I'm gonna move it this way. I'm gonna do that.
Okay. You also get to determine which order the combat takes place, right or
Let's
left.
go from my left to my right.
Okay.
So right here, nothing hits. I hit 2 to you directly.
Ouch.
And okay, so you have 2 hitting me, so there's 2.
And
That goes
okay.
1. I had
And
2.
2, so that destroys my card.
And you have 3 hitting me directly. 2, 3.
All right. That's it for combat.
Yep.
So initiative then passes to me.
Yep.
I will draw up
4.
cards. Actually, I guess I should have had another card when I played that one to the side, right? When I played that card there.
Yeah.
So there's
Okay,
that.
there you go.
So now I'll draw
4.
4 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
And I get 3. And you're first.
Let's go ahead and place these guys here.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Put that there.
Okay. I'll place that, and let's move this guy over to there.
All right.
And now that exposed that icon, so you get to change the order. You can move one up to the top.
That really doesn't help me because it's the same card.
Well, you can do my board too if there's something
Yeah.
you see.
Let's do that. Let's move that card to the top.
This one here.
Yep.
All right. Oops. So these move down.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my play that caused all
Yeah.
that.
Play another one there. Like so.
Now let's go ahead and
Do that.
get some defenses up a little bit here.
And let's put that there. Out of cards.
Okay, you get the
Yep,
your
put a
card
card
icon there. Place, place that card there. So now that you have no more cards, you're going to pass.
Pass.
And get the
Take the
initiative
initiative.
back. I will go ahead and place that there. And then I will place this card there, which will do 1 damage directly to you.
Okay.
So
You
I pass because I have no more cards, so you
Okay.
get to determine if you want to move the board again or not.
I'm going to leave it the same.
Okay.
We'll do it like that.
So what order do you want to do combat?
Let's go right to left.
Okay.
So nothing here, nothing here. You're hitting me for 1.
2.
2. Yep, 2.
That's
And I'm
a
hitting you for
destroy.
2 back.
So destroy that card.
And 1 there.
And 1 there. All right, that reveals that icon. So I'll draw a card and place it beside my board.
You're hitting me for 2, so 1 here will go away and
1.
hit me directly.
Well, you had 1 left right there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And over here, you're hitting me for 3. So 1, 2, gets rid of that, and 3.
Okay.
I hit you
And
for 2.
2 there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that is combat.
Okay.
So initiative passes back to me. I will draw 2 cards and get my
I
other
get
card here.
4. There you go.
I'll just go ahead and I'll place that card there.
I'm going to place this card here, which gets rid of that, and I can pivot.
Yep.
So I'm going to just pivot this one down here.
I'm going to do something similar. I'm going to place that card there, and I'm going to pivot the card underneath it.
Okay. Place this one here. I take a damage, you take a damage.
Wow. And I think I'll pass.
Okay. So
So
you
I'll keep initiative.
Yeah, might as well. I'll do that. And I will take a damage. And I'll play that. You will take a damage.
Stop doing that.
Too bad. And I'll play that.
Okay.
So you can
I think
shift the board.
I think we'll leave the board where it's at,
Okay. Which direction?
and we'll resolve combat from my left to right.
Okay, so you're hitting me for 3.
So
1,
first,
2.
I'll put my 2 on there, so that
Yeah.
destroys that one for 1, and that for 1.
2 here. 1 goes through.
Okay. So you've got 2 fighters showing there. I
Yep.
have 2 fighters, so I'll put 1 there, and that will get rid of that card, and 1 there, which will Get rid of that card.
One here, got rid of that. One there, gets rid of that one. You have one fighter showing. I have two.
Okay. So one will destroy that card.
Yep.
And one will go through and hit that.
And two will take out that battleship. And you have one. I have five.
Wow.
So one, pew.
So one there.
Pew. 2, 3.
Two there.
4, 5.
And two there.
It's pretty good.
So at least I still had some ships to
Yeah, so
make sure my capital ship didn't take all of it.
I will take initiative, and I get 4 cards. There we go.
And I get 1.
Wow. That's so much fun. Play that one there.
Okay. Let's go ahead and play that there.
I'll play. Yeah, let's do that there.
Okay. I'll place that one there, and I will pivot this card.
Okay. Play that there,
I pass because I don't have any cards left.
and I'll play that, and I'll take a damage.
Okay. So
How are you gonna do this?
I think we're just gonna leave it as is.
Don't want to make it exciting and swap it around a little.
So what we're going to do is we'll play from my left to right.
Okay.
You've got 3 showing.
Yes.
I have 1. So 1 there and 2 go through and hit me.
Yep. I have 1 hit there. I am showing 3. You are showing 4.
So there is 3. So 1, 2, 3.
And 1, 2, 3. Whoop. And 4. There's that. Nothing here.
Except I have 1, so
one,
one's going
yeah.
to go through on you. You have 4.
Yes, and you have 2.
So there is those 2, and 2 more are going to go through on me.
2 there. Knock that one out. And there's that one.
Alright, so combat's done. Initiative goes back to you.
I get 2 cards.
I will get 3.
Let's play that there. So that heals that one.
And you get to move card
Let's
up.
move a card up. Let's move that card up so that heals that one as well for next time.
I really wish I had more cards.
I'm sorry.
I'll place that there.
Okay. Add cards.
Child of mine.
Yes? Am I sweet? Am I
Yeah.
a sweet child of yours?
I do have to point out that Megan has beat me more at this game than I have beat her. Alright, so
Pass.
I
pass.
Yeah, I pass.
Okay,
So,
I keep initiative.
Yep. You
Keeping
want
it
to shift the
same.
board.
Do
No,
I?
I don't know, do you?
Yeah,
You gonna move it that
I
way?
do. I'm going to move it this way.
Okay.
Because that's 2 free hits on you, starting this way.
So you're gonna start here?
Yep.
Alright.
Pew pew. 2 and 2. You've got 2 showing. I've got 2 showing.
So my 2 will destroy that ship.
Yep. And there's that. You have 3. I have 2. 1, 2, and 1 to me.
So there you go.
I have 4. You have 1.
So 1 goes there and 3 is gonna go through. I am
And
almost dead.
2 go through to me. But that's okay. And initiative goes back to you. You get 3 cards,
So
which we need to shuffle.
3. Yep. Okay. Well, while you're drawing your cards.
Yep.
Ooh, wait a minute. That's not the right symbol. I was thinking.
Did you get excited there for a minute?
I did. I got a little excited. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What symbol did you hope it was?
Well,
Oh,
not the one I end up getting.
well, which one
So
was
let's
it?
just go ahead and we're gonna play that one there.
Okay. play that there.
Place this one here.
Okay. Place that there. That is a hit to you.
I only have 5 left. Well, you're at 7.
Yeah.
So it's a little...
It's close, but I'm still winning at the moment.
Winning.
No. No.
Let's go ahead and we're going to place that card there, which is going to cause me a damage. But let's go ahead and we'll destroy that
Are you sure
card.
you really want to do that?
No.
Okay. Well, I've got that. I can pivot, so let's pivot that.
Okay.
And I have a vertical movement. So let's bring this guy up, and he can heal that guy. Out of cards.
Yeah. I think it's...
Hurting?
No. I'm going to pass.
You're going to pass? I'm passing?
I'm passing. So
How
since
are you
I have
gonna shift
initiative,
it?
I'm going to move this over this way.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the only thing that's going to...
You sure? Are you sure?
No, because otherwise you're going to hit me for 5 there. So
But here's 3.
it's... Yeah, I know. So
Okay.
we're going to go from
I'm being for
right
sure.
to left. So that doesn't hit anything. I've got
4.
4 here.
2, 3, 4.
So now we go to here.
I have
You
4
have
showings.
I have
3.
I have 2.
2.
Two
So I'll
showing.
take 2 to
So
you.
there's 1, 2, and 2 more are going to
gave
go
it to
through.
you.
Okay.
And you had 2 showings, so there's that. And this will go away.
And we go there.
I have 3 to you.
All 3 come in, so bam, bam, bam. I'm in the red.
Yep.
Nothing there, nothing there. So let's award the trophy to the great Starfighter. Well, okay, once again, Megan kicked my butt at this.
I'm pretty good at those space-oriented fighting games.
I don't know
That's
why.
pretty good.
I mean, I must just be horrible at this game.
Yeah.
Hopefully we played all the rules correctly. But maybe we didn't, and maybe I got hosed over and I should have actually won. That's
I don't know. You still suck. So.
That's the only thing I'm holding on to here. But as you can see, Megan...
If you have to tell yourself that at night to help you sleep, I mean, you can go ahead and keep that, that little dream alive.
Okay, so let's skip all this nonsense and let's go right to our review. Okay, Megan, since you kicked my butt, I'm going to let you go first on the review.
I was very hesitant about this game at first because I was just like, I don't get the point of this. You're putting cards down and it's like you're fighting. I just didn't have a good first impression, but when you start to win, it kind of starts to help.
Yeah, I think winning makes the liking of a game easier.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting concept. I like the fact that you can rotate the cards to get the ships to work how you want them to work better for your benefit of kicking the other person's butt. I like all the cool abilities to it. I think it's cool. The healing aspect, like, different than Star Realms. You can't just automatically keep healing yourself and get back up here. Once you're down, you're pretty much down on this tracker, which I like. Yeah. I think that helps.
I think one of the cool things is the different levels of cards, because you get cards in your hand and you're going to have to play them on this side because that's a bad example there.
Yeah.
Let's see, like this one here. So that's a level 3 card. I may not be able to get my cards up to level 3 in order to play that. So that's kind of where that comes in. I think the moving of the board or shifting of the board one space or the other for who has initiative, I think that's really kind of a neat mechanic because like here, I was able to, Megan had 5 fighters and they're not doing anything, but
I still hit you.
Yeah, you still hit me on the other places, but that's kind of a cool thing. So that kind of, that definitely adds a layer of strategy. So like I said before, we played this in the training mode.
Yes.
When you play in the skirmish mode, you actually add a whole bunch of other cards. I mean, that's how many more cards that you add. And there are 4 new special abilities that you get with that. So Megan, why don't you go ahead and talk about that?
Okay, so first off, we have the force field, which looks like a chicken wire.
It does look like a chicken egg.
Yeah, so anyway, when the force field is put on the table, a card with a force field suffers damage and only suffers a total of 1 point placed on one of the fighters on the card. Additional damage on that card is therefore all ignored and absorbed by the force field.
Okay.
Next one we have is the shield, which is the egg without the chicken wire. It is a free egg. It is shield 2, 3, and 4. So as you can see, this one is only a shield 2 because of the 2 rings. So when a card with shield suffers damage, the damage tokens are first placed on the shields. Once there are as many tokens as there are shields, 1 ellipse equals 1 shield. Additional tokens are then distributed to the fighters. At the end of the round, the tokens placed on shields are returned to the stockpile.
Okay.
Next, we have the barrel roll, which is this green icon with an arrow. The player flips over the back or front without changing its orientation of the card of their choice from their board or their opponent's.
So you're just going to flip it from like that to that?
Yep. And the last card we had is damage on fighter. The player puts a damage token on the highest card from any sector. The shield rules apply if necessary. It's not possible to directly inflict 1 point of damage to the enemy cruiser. If the last fighter on a card is damaged, the card is destroyed.
And you'll notice that this is kind of like a little purple icon here. The cards that we were playing to start the game have this little green icon. So that's how you can tell the difference between cards that are used in the training mode versus the ones that are used in the skirmish mode.
Mm-hmm.
The game comes with, the boards are two-sided here.
Yes.
So we played with Ares and Athena, which is what it recommends for first-time game. But when you flip it over, here is another orientation. This is called Atlas. And as you can see, it's got 2 draw icons on that one and a little different orientation. It also has 24 hit points instead of 20.
Yeah. This one here on the back of Athena is Apollo. It has 18 hit points and 6 draw icons with a bit of a different orientation there.
So that gives you a lot of different options. As you learn the game and you get more comfortable with adding the extra cards, you know, mix up your ships a little bit. So you're going to have different flavors. So that adds to the replayability.
Now, if we were playing with Apollo and you had, who was that?
Atlas.
So if you had them, since that one is a 24 and this is 18, would you have to start at 18 to make it even?
Nope. You will
So
start.
I've already lost points from the get-go.
Yep. But you are also drawing 6 cards. So that's kind of the advantage you're getting. And I'm only drawing 4.
4, yeah.
Yeah. And if I place a card there, then I'm only drawing 2.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, a lot of different
techniques and strategies to use. When
yeah,
picking.
and we've only played this game a handful of times, and that's kind of one of the reasons why we fumbled with it a little bit. But there is a lot of differences or different things you can do in the game. I think it, like I said, the mechanics of shifting the board and doing the special things with the cards, I think it makes it kind of a neat game.
Yeah.
Definitely one that's not really, I don't know any other ones that are similar to this. So this is something that's new. And I like it. It's something different. Okay, so that is going to wrap up our play of Starfighter. And we will catch you guys next time.
Bye. Like and follow us on Facebook to stay current on our show schedule, sneak peeks at future shows, and to interact with us.